Michael Saylor, has had, I guess, down at 17,000, there were people that thought that he was going to get like a margin call or something. He's back now. I don't know how much he bought, something like, how much?
He's got 174,000 Bitcoin. He's up $2 billion on it.
He made some weird comment the other day, and that was about what percentage of the global financial system, in his view, Bitcoin will represent at some point. And then he did some simple math and came out with some crazy number. What was it? I saw it.
There's all kinds of numbers that fly around.
But it was like 5 to 10 million per coin or something was what he came up with.
If Bitcoin just simply matches gold, it'd be $500,000. If it's
500,000, if it
just matches gold at $10 trillion. Now, if you continue to look at other assets it could eat into, if you have $1 today and you want to store wealth, you historically could have bought gold, you could have bought fine art, you could have bought all kinds of real estate, whatever.
Hard asset.
Young people are saying to themselves, I want to buy the hardest asset I can find, which tends to be Bitcoin. And it's liquid, and it is the best performing asset over the last 10 years.
But it's not but the Saylor question is how much of it becomes part of the quote unquote financial system. And is he suggesting that there has to be a payments element or an actual transaction on them?
But he was saying gold. You weren't saying a payment. If it became part of the payment system, it could be much bigger.
Well, but it also, if it became part of, and this goes back to, can it really be part of the payment system and have and continue to increase? Because as we've discussed a million times, if it keeps increasing, nobody's ever going to use it.
Except there's that company we had on that uses just tiny little pieces of Bitcoin.
Here's what I would say. Whenever
to do it, and it doesn't matter the little minuscule variations on a daily basis.
Whenever I talk to someone in private and they ask me about Bitcoin, I tell them it's very simple. If you think that the Federal Reserve and other central banks are going to have to print capital or print money in order to finance all of this debt, then you're going to want to be in something other than dollars. And
you've got to get Andrew on board. You're still not on board.
I have been must be curious.
Are you more skeptical?
From the beginning.
But at 25,000, you were really.
I was probably early on my.
There was a number you once said that if it hit, that you would think about buying it for your kids.
$5,000.
$5,000.
Right. But at 25, you were really saying this is way too. Now it's 42. You gotta eventually throw in the towel. What number where you'll say I believe in it? 100?
Well, I just think it's because it's such a abstract concept that it's like a non-existent thing. Even though I know it's a thing for some people. I think a lot of people look at it and go, maybe. I know it's a very philosophical situation.
But aren't there like sick, you can describe why gold is worth something. It's not because it's pretty, and it's not because it's used in jewelry. It's because it's immutable, it's cross-cultural, there's only so much around, and these are the characteristics of money since the beginning of time.
Everybody has gold in their
Right,
portfolio.
correct. No, go back to the
as a store of value.
It's
like if you understand the distributed ledger nature of Bitcoin, you can see that it can represent barter for something.
Here's one of the crazy parts about this is a lot of people who question Bitcoin's efficacy or legitimacy, they're using a worldview that is dominant in traditional finance. Things like intrinsic value, things like efficient market hypothesis, et cetera.
Yeah, it's a very
what we're watching though
God bless him, Charlie Munger view of the world. Absolutely.
Yeah, and by the way, you've been right for 50 years having that worldview. I think that Bitcoiners are coming into the market and they're saying, wait a second, there's a different view of the world. There's something like intrinsic value. If you and I both look at an asset and I tell you the intrinsic value is X, you say it's Y. Obviously, there's no intrinsic value. It's just what our opinion is, right? Same thing with efficient market hypothesis. I think what Bitcoin's really doing is it's showing there's this new view of the world. So far, it's been right. And if it continues to be right, there will be trillions of dollars that flow into the asset.
Anthony Pompliano, a true New Yorker. A true New Yorker.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.